So I'm going to talk about this based on my experience working in this field, working at a SaaS company, and why I think it's the ultimate job for anyone who's introverted and wants a stable, good paying job without a lot of customer interaction. Or maybe you just don't want to deal with coworkers leaning over your desk all day with stank coffee breath. Sorry, I'm still traumatized. At this time in my life, this job was an absolute blessing to me because I just wasn't in the mental state to deal with customers or coworkers. I had just come out of an extremely stressful work environment, and I didn't realize how much it had affected me until I was able to sit back for a bit, breathe, and get rid of my heart palpitations. And the job is data analyst. And it's exactly how it sounds. Analyzing data helps businesses make decisions that can help them and their clients save a significant amount of time and money. So to give you a generic example, you'll find yourself creating reports and dashboards based on data that either exists, or maybe you'll need to narrow the data down or add more to it. So you're manipulating data. So here's the example I like to use. I like to use the warehouse example. So a warehouse may have a bunch of different color boxes in it, but I may only want the red boxes. So I need you to quickly get me the red boxes out of all the color boxes that are in the warehouse. Or maybe I want you to change all the different color boxes to blue. Or maybe I need you to add and remove some boxes. You get the point. Now, just in case you're wondering about an AI takeover, AI has already been in the data analytics game for a hot minute, so it's nothing new. But AI has a hard time analyzing those gray area data points, which is what you'll run into way more often than if the data is black and white. It's that simple. So here's how I ended up with that gig. So I took some courses on Udemy back in 2014, I think. It was right when Udemy started popping off. And I took a couple courses on SQL. Some people call it SQL. Most people call it SQL. And I also took a coding course that I actually didn't even need. Anyway, I got a customer support job with a SaaS company 2 years later. And then I transferred into a customer support role that specialized in data analytics. Then I started analyzing data for smaller businesses. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of torn between saying that I prepared for it as opposed to falling into it, because pretty much everybody I worked with had no data analytics background, no experience whatsoever. They all fell into it. So I think I might have too. We all know a lot of things can be learned on the job. So look, if I had to start all over again, because this is a different job market and companies are more risk averse than they were back when I started, I would look at all the platforms and the tools that are hot right now, and I would learn how to use SQL. Now, you're not going to be a pro right away. I'm still not super advanced. But learning the basics and being able to explain it, being able to explain the basics is really important. So I can tell you off the top of my head, the most popular platforms right now are Tableau and Power BI. And you would think you need a crazy amount of Excel knowledge, but I'm not that great in Excel. I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't know how I slid by this long not being great in Excel, but I'm not. The way I've always treated Excel is I'll look up what I don't know and I'll figure it out from there. Like, I treat it like a cross that path when I get to it type of deal. But to wrap it up, look, you're looking at a minimum $70,000 a year salary, and those skills are transferable. Meaning you could take the information you learned in your data analyst role and you can transfer to other departments or different job titles. So for example, I moved to customer success from that role, but other people I've worked with have moved into HR, business development, marketing. You see where I'm going. Who doesn't love someone who can analyze data and solve their problem?